This is the rear window in my motorhome, and it's got a number of scratches in it. I thought that somebody had come past with a lorry and there was a lot of gravel or something and it hit my window, miraculously missing the rest of my vehicle. However, that was not the cause of these scratches. I now know it was because I allowed heat to build up by having the blinds closed, and that is what caused the damage. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can avoid this happening to you. Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Carthago T448 edition 15 motorhome, and in here I'm going to talk about blinds. And this vehicle is a good place to actually talk about it because it has two types of blinds in it, which this sort, which plissé, and there's the other sort, which is like this. So two different types of blinds. Now the blinds in the vehicle do require a certain amount of care, and that is what I'm actually going to talk about. Now at the front, for example, one of the things that can happen, I've mentioned this in other videos, is that when this is down completely like that, heat can build up on the other side, and that heat can be really quite strong. What one can do to avoid a build-up of heat and thus a potential buckling or damage to the outer window is to leave a bit of space for the heat to escape from, and that is quite essential, I think. We can also see other forms of damage which can occur from heat build-up. For example, with this type of blind, what can happen is that if we don't leave it at 1/3 open, which is what Dometic, for example, recommends, then the damage can occur. Another thing which can happen is that the blind can become quite baggy if it's closed completely over a long period of time. Furthermore, when closed, these things work on the sort of springs which are internal, and if this is not moved on a regular basis, you don't have to sit here playing with it all day trying to like that, but if it's not moved for some time, you find it very difficult to move it when it becomes necessary. So when you're in your van, move it around a little bit. Don't leave it for long periods of time, for example over the winter, without moving it, and that will, I think, allow it to continue sliding without difficulties. A further problem that can occur is with these things here. There's grease inside. The grease can actually run out in hot temperatures, so what you need to do when you see that, obviously you possibly want to clean the grease up, but there are special greases that you can put inside which will lubricate these supports. One thing you can do when you're on a campsite to stop heat build up is to open the window. That's a statement of the obvious, and what you can then do is to sort of leave it in this position. Now if you're inside, then it's not so much of a problem, I suppose, and so you've got a little bit of a gap down there. If you're in a campsite where everybody seems as though they're not going to want to break into your van, if you leave the gap down there, then you could leave this closed. Bear in mind that these blinds are called darkening blinds. They're not called sun blinds to keep the sun out. They're meant to keep inside dark at night, or privacy blinds. So they do not function as sun blinds. So I hope you found that of interest. I'm now publishing a number of videos on this theme of looking after your motorhome. So if you're interested, then please subscribe.